Hi everybody, hope you're well. This video was requested by lagamorphboo. In this video I'm going to be blupping one of my horses. I am going to be explaining it as I blup, but this isn't a blup tutorial. This is just me explaining what I'm doing. So this is one of my team horses. It's a unicorn. I've already done full games with it, but full games, as you should know already, don't add any value to the blup at all. They have no effect, it's just add skills. So I'm going to start off just quickly having a look just to explain what things I will be looking for. So basically what I'll be training. And the first thing obviously you want to do with any blup is looking at the genetic potential. So with this one, the highest is stamina, followed by dressage and then speed. So these three skills are going to be the skills that I want to bold. I'm only going to be going to 70 with this blup because with most of my teams presently I just go to 70. Sometimes I go to 100 if I'm doing skillers. Occasionally if I feel like doing 100 I might do 100, but I'll just be aiming for 70 blup. Because I'll need to get stamina, speed and dressage skills, I will have to do Howrse rides to just gain the dressage. I'm not worried about the gallop or the jump because that's not going to influence it. And I'm also going to want the speed and the stamina from the mountain rides. So what I'm going to start off with is doing the Howrse rides, because I usually start with those first because I put my horses into my own EC because I can cancel the stay, which then saves me a few agent points whenever it comes along. I probably will put a Morpheus arms on this mare because whenever I'm working with unicorns, I don't tend to have a lot of luck. But I might do this one with agent points because I think I might have a Hiesta's gift in stock from one of the last promos. So that should at least save me an MA, if nothing else. So I always do the rides first because I prefer this. Some people like to do the rides afterwards. Some people like to do them at the end. Just, it's your preference. It's not going to make any difference what way you do them, but I just like to do it that way. Because I'm kind of, it's sort of like I do the rides, I do the training, I do the competition. So it's kind of like linear. And to me that makes sense. So it works out reasonably well. So this is going to be a little bit slow because you're going to see me going through the whole thing rather than stopping and then continuing on. So I will be doing the whole thing. So we'll do the training after I finish the rides and see how far we are along with the rides. So we're very close to finishing Howrse rides now. We're on 92%, so we're not far off there. And that should do it. Almost, I think. Do a little bit more. And then I'm going to switch it into Mountain EC. As you can see, it's finished now, so that means we've got all the skills we need there. I'm going to cancel this day. I can do that because I have a Spring Divine, which no, not a Spring Divine, sorry. I have a VIP perk, which allows me to cancel the stay. I have the 1 day boarding because of the Spring Divine, that's it. So I'm going to put it in the Mountain EC now. So this means that I can keep doing the rides twice as fast. Because I'm going to be real honest, I can't stand doing them the slow way anymore. Because most of the blups that I do, most of the teams that I work with, I'm pretty sure every single one of them I have to do Mountain of Howrse. I don't think there's any teams that I'm currently in where I just have to do one or the other. So it makes much more sense for me to have that perk to be able to cancel the stay and be able to move it because it saves me agent points. And if I collectively add those up, it probably does, stack up eventually and save me a lot, and then probably allows me to do more blups too. Obviously, if you don't have that ability, sometimes if you're getting a blup off a teammate, I'd advise getting them to put it in a box for you, whether that's a Forest EC or a Mountain EC, and then whenever you buy it, you can cancel the stay after you finish the rides, which is very handy because then you can put it into a box that you need, whether of the opposite type. So that works out reasonably well. So we've just about finished the mountain rides, I'd say now. We're not far off finishing them. And it usually seems to shave off about an hour, or sorry, not an hour, what was I going to say? It usually shaves off a year if I'm using this method. Because it usually would end up with a much older horse if I wasn't using it. And there has been occasions where I have left my horse, I've put my horse in the other person's EC and then I can't cancel it. I can only cancel the stay in my own EC. So that's Forest and Mountain done, as you can see, and if I have a quick look here, you can see that they're all done here. But as I mentioned before, it's only these three that we actually need. These here won't affect the blup value in what shape or at all, no shape at all. So the 3 skills that I'm then going to have to train, obviously, is going to be stamina, speed, and dressage. And that shouldn't take too long. So I'll just start training stamina. And I also will put Western Tack on because this is a horse that I would enter into cutting competitions to bowl the 3 skills, because I get stamina, speed, and dressage from cutting competitions. So logically, saves me more gym points if I enter all the same, enter into one competition type, which gives me all the skills from that. So that's why it makes more sense for me as well in the overall scheme of things. Because really, I've changed quite a lot of my the ways that I blup over the years, because in the past I would have used more Morpheus arms. A few years ago I would have used Morpheus arms for colts. I'd never do that now. It'd be very, very rarely that you'd ever see me using a Morpheus arm on a colt. So I'm even starting to do mares now with agent points. So that means I am trying to save agent points wherever I can. As you can see, my stock has gone down quite a bit. I'm going to have to work on that to get that back up, because I don't generally like it to be below 3,000. I've only tried to keep it there in the last couple of months, and that's purely for my IP hunting and promotions too, because promotions actually have been quite nice. I think the lottery was fantastic. I got a lot of agent points from that, which was really nice. I didn't so much I've got really nothing from the treasure hunt, which has been really disappointing. I've got a few things, but that's been about it. So stamina's finished, and I've started dressage, and there's a UFO, so we'll catch that. So I'll finish off doing dressage, and then the benefit today of doing speed is because this little rainbow, which is from one of my rainbow divines, means that I can finish off speed faster. So that is one of the benefits of one of the rainbow divines. I don't remember specifically which one at the moment, because I did collect all 7 in the end, and then the secret rainbow. So it basically, every rainbow divine gives me a different perk depending on what day it is. And today it just happens to be that I can train speed faster on all of my horses, so that's why you'll see the rainbow there. So we're finished dressage. So now we'll start with the speed. And you can see that it takes less energy, which means I can do more with it. So quickly finish that off reasonably quick, I would imagine. I'm not going to get any wins on this horse, not intentionally at least, because all I want to do is bold it, and this will be something that I will most likely try and get wins on at another time. I'll not do it in the video because it would make it too long. And it will already be long enough without it, so there's no point in having it. So there is speed done. So that's what we wanted. So we've got those 3 trained. We don't need these 3 because for this particular horse it's absolutely no use at all. So then the cutting, the reason I was talking about cutting, because it gives me stamina, dressage, and speed. So I'm going to have a quick look in cutting, because sometimes there's no cutting competitions and then I have to do different types of competitions. So it looks to be reasonably okay. This horse is unlikely to beat anything. So I'm just going to enter this to bold it. So if I just keep clicking, and I'm probably going to get a lot of internal error messages because I tend to click too quickly, which horse isn't particularly keen on, and the server's been awfully slow lately too. Some buttons I don't know, sometimes it seems to take over 3 seconds for someone to validate, which is exceptionally irritating. Because I did, I think, maybe 9 blups yesterday, and they were much slower than they would have been a couple of months back. And I think it's to do with the promos, but who knows. So there it's just bolded, so those are those 3 skills bolded, and if I just finish, if you see what I mean, it's taking a while to validate everything. So I'll just quickly age once. So if we go down here, You can see it's at 59. There's two reasons for this. One, I haven't got any wins and the horse is still quite young. If I aged this horse to 10, I would get 70 without any wins. So if I hover over here, you can see that all the training's done. It's age 7, it's no victories. So that is generally how I just blup one of my general horses. A lot of my other blups I tend to do trail and barrel because I like to gain the skills. So thank you to lagamorphboo for requesting the video, and hope you had a lovely day. Bye guys!